What's up YouTube, Silver Dragons here, and this video is going to be my top 10 favorite silver bullion coins to stack. Let's do it! Thank you so much for watching my video. I sincerely appreciate it. If you want to learn more about investing in precious metals, or if you just want to watch awesome videos about gold and silver, then subscribe to my channel. This is going to be my top 10 silver bullion coins to stack. Now, I can include coins, medallions, or rounds. I just said coins because that's easier, but let me throw a couple honorable mentions on the table here that we're going to start off with. And the way I'm going to be ranking these is just my own personal favorites. I'm going off of price, liquidity, beauty, and just whatever I like the best. So this is my own personal list. And you might have different favorites than me, but I'm going to get to the top 10 in a second. We're going to start off with these honorable mentions here. So this one here is the Somali Elephant. Really cool series. This has been going on for a while. 4.9's fine, and I like these, but they're not making the top 10 because there are just so many other awesome bullion coins to stack. These are pretty cheap and actually not too bad for stacking, but they do milk spot quite a bit, and technically they're not considered a coin, but that is a topic for another video. So that is the Somali Elephant series, honorable mention number 1. Let's do this one here. This is the Silver Tiger. This is from South Korea. Now this is actually a medallion. It's a really beautiful series that they just started doing last year. This, you can see this is the 2018, but the problem is the premiums are just way too high on these. They are a limited mintage. This mintage was actually 30,000, and then in 2019 they lowered it down to 20,000 mintage. So really cool series. I love those, but they're just too pricey to stack. And then my last honorable mention is this beauty right here. This is from Ukraine. I absolutely love these. It's the Archangel Michael, and I wish that I could be including this in the top 10. However, the premiums are just way too high on these. This one also has a limited mintage. They're usually around 15 or 20,000 every year. So these are very cool. I love the design, but unfortunately they did not make the top 10. So let's get these out of here and we'll get to my top 10 favorites. All right, coming in at number 10 is the Chinese Silver Panda series. Now these are gorgeous. They're only 3.9's fine. The reason I'm putting these as number 10 is because the price is pretty high. The premiums are around usually $8 or $9, something like that, which is kind of crazy. They are coins, but as you see here on the top, it's only 30 grams. Can you see that? So these are actually less than an ounce. So they're not a full ounce, and they're a little pricey, but I love the designs of the pandas. I think the pandas are absolutely gorgeous. And so here's the obverse with the temple. They're really cool. I like them. I like them for the designs. They're not necessarily great for stacking because of the premiums, but I think that they're just so cool and they're so popular. I had to put them in the top 10, but I put them all the way at the bottom. So that's number 10. Okay, what is number 9? Number 9 is the turtle from Niue. So Niue is one of my probably favorite mints because they do all of the Star Wars coins as well as all the Disney coins, and I am collecting both of those series. So this country here, Niue, you can see up at the top there, spelled N-I-U-E. They're coming in at number 9. Now this one, the turtle, is their main silver bullion coin, and they are pretty sweet. It's a great design. A lot of people love the turtles. I really like them. It's pretty much the same design every year. But I do love the mint and all the other products they come out with. So for that reason, I'm putting them in as number 9. And the turtles aren't too pricey, not too bad of a premium. Okay, number 8, the South African Krugerrands. These are absolutely gorgeous. I love this design. Now, the Krugerrands have been around in gold for a very long time. They were one of the first, if not the first, gold bullion products to come on the market. And the silver ones started, I believe last year, 2018 was the first year of the BU on the silvers. I think the year before they had a proof version. But anyway, these are really cool. I think that they are pretty popular because they're so cheap. so you can actually stack quite a bit of these for not a lot of money. The premiums are usually pretty low, but they are a bullion product. They do milk spot. However, I think they are a favorite of a lot of people's, so I'm putting them in as my number 8. All right, we got through, let's see, the first 3. Let's get to number 7, and that is the Noahs Ark from Armenia. Now, these are just absolutely stunning. I love these coins, which is why I'm putting them in as my number 8, 9, sorry, 10, 9, 8, 7. Sorry, this is number 7. And really, really cool. Now, this design is just gorgeous. It's got the dove, it's got Noah's Ark, it's got the sunshine in the back. Really, really cool. I'll show you the other side here. Almost as gorgeous. Just really, really awesome. 500 drams. You can see Armenia there at the bottom. And I just love these. Now, the premiums are a hair higher on these. However, I think it's worth it for the beauty. So you can stack these. You can buy them low enough to spot where I think you could actually stack a good amount of these and not be destroyed by the premiums. But they're just so gorgeous, I had to put them in as number 7. All right, now number 6 is going to be the Kangaroos from the Perth Mint. Now, the Perth Mint has been putting out a lot of amazing products for a very long time. You can see it's 4/9 fine silver. They started doing 4/9 fine last year, and they're killing it. So I'll show you the obverse here on the Kangaroo. Even the obverse looks gorgeous, right? Now, the Kangaroos are the main bullion product coming out of the Perth Mint. The Perth Mint does offer other bullion silver for stacking. Let me show you a couple here. They have the koalas. These are a favorite of a lot of people. These change designs every year, so that's awesome. But the premiums are a little higher on the koalas, and they also have the kookaburras. These do change designs every year as well, but they are gorgeous. I think the kookaburras are my favorite, but the premium is much higher on these than on the Kangaroos. So if you're talking for stacking from the Perth Mint, definitely the Kangaroos are the cheapest way to go. You can usually get these for $2 or $3 over spot. So a really great stacking piece. Perth Mint also has a ton of other offerings. They got the swans and the emus now. So you can get so many different things from them. But as far as stacking bullion, this is probably the cheapest option. So that's why I'm going to go with the Kangaroo. So really, really gorgeous. That's my number 6. I'm going to put the other couple Perth Mint ones with it there. Okay. All right, so we're halfway done, and I'm curious what you guys think of it so far. These are, again, just my opinion, but we're going to get now into the top 5. Okay, so coming in at number 5 is the Philharmonic. Now, these are really, really cool. This is from Austria, and the Philharmonics have a lot going for them. I think they're gorgeous. Look at this. Super, super sweet. That's actually a big organ there in the middle. And these are just, there's a lot of things going for the Philharmonic, which is why I put them as number 5. They're very cheap. They're definitely considered a bullion coin. They do milk spot on occasion. I think you can see even this one here has some milk spotting on it. But they're really cool. It's 1.5 euros, which is really interesting for a coin. It's a different denomination. The reason they had to do that was because of the laws. They couldn't do 2 or 1. Those are already taken for currency. And so they went with 1.5. Kind of interesting, but cool. And I love the designs on these. You can buy them so cheap. They're usually like $1.50 to $3 over spot. But if you get them on sale, you can get them really cheap. So for a stacking piece, Philharmonics are definitely a win. And I actually have done a whole video on those in the past. So really, really great for stacking. Philharmonics coming in at number 5. All right, let's get to number 4. And that is the Britannia. Okay, so the Britannias are just all around gorgeous. I love the Britannias. I love the designs. They do switch them up from time to time, I guess. So this one here is the normal design, and it is 3/9 fine. Now these are from Great Britain, and you can see it has a denomination of 2 pounds there. It's got Queen Elizabeth II, QE2. A lot of these different coins have her on them. But anyway, the Britannias you can usually get for not too much over spot. They're a really good stacking piece. Usually like $2 or $3 over spot, so they're a bullion item like a lot of the rest of them. But just because Britannia looks so gorgeous on it, that's why I'm putting it in as number 4. It's just one of my favorites, and I think that after I get a pretty heavier stack of the top 3, I might move on to Britannias. So that was number 4. Now we're coming up on the top 3. These are all going to be heavy hitters. So coming in at number 3 is the Canadian Silver Maple Leaf. Canadian Silver Maple Leafs are gorgeous. They're absolutely stunning. They're 4/9 fine. They're from the Royal Canadian Mint, and they have so much going for them. They're really, really cheap for stacking. So if you're just trying to stack silver coins on the cheap, these are pretty much the way to go. I mean, you can find these for like $1.50, $2 over spot all the time. So a really great price for stacking. They're absolutely gorgeous. The other side, Queen Elizabeth on it, but you know what? That's okay. You don't have to look at that side. You can look at this side because the maple leaf is just stunning. Now they come in all sorts of different sizes and finishes and everything, but just the regular bullion form here is absolutely gorgeous and really cheap, and also fairly liquid as well. A lot of people will take the Canadian maple leafs for over spot, at least in my area, so that's really cool. So that's why I'm putting them as my number 3. Really, really cool. I'm definitely going to stack some of those after I get my monster box completed, but we'll talk about that in a sec. So number 2 on my top 10 silver bullion items to stack is the Libertad from Mexico. Oh my goodness, these things are awesome. Now a lot of people call them the Libertads, I guess is how it's spelled, but you know, it's kind of a silent D. It's almost like a TH sound if you want to say it correctly. So I probably don't say it exactly right, but it is the Libertad. So really, really cool. And this side is actually the obverse and really cool as well. So it's got the eagle in the middle with the snake in its beak there. So absolutely gorgeous piece of silver. These are from Mexico, and that's my neighbor to the south. I live in the United States of America, and they're just really, really great silver pieces. These are technically a round because they don't have any face value, but they are made by the government of Mexico, and a lot of people refer to them as coins. There's sort of a debate on if it's a coin or a round. I call them rounds, but I think they're absolutely stunning, and they're my number 2 favorite. In fact, they had another design before this one, which I think is even better, and I have a couple here. So before they had that design, they looked like this. This one is from '85. And I really like these old ones as well. These old ones are just cool. I mean, the eagle's way bigger, and the best part about them is the lettering on the edges. So check this out. Right there, Libertad. Super sweet. I love the lettering on the edges. Just really, really cool pieces. So anytime I can find these older ones for not a crazy price, I always pick them up. They're not too expensive as far as stacking goes. You can definitely stack them. Usually the premiums are like $3 over spot, somewhere around there. But these are just really, really cool. And so that's why I put them as my number 2. All right, let's get to my number 1 all-time favorite. And I know a lot of you people already know what it is, but I'm going to bring it out here anyway. It is the American Silver Eagle. There is so much I can say about the American Silver Eagles. They are my all-time favorite. They're a lot of people's all-time favorite silver bullion coins to stack. These have so much going for them. They are the most minted of any silver bullion coin in the entire world. There's more of these in existence than any other one type of silver bullion coin. They're made by the United States of America. They are 3/9 fine silver. Every one is an ounce, and they have a face value of $1. And look at that eagle. Just absolutely stunning. The design, they really did a great job on the design. Now, these never change. They're always the same design. The only thing that changes is the date on them every year. But these are my all-time favorite. Now, these are also one of the most liquid, if not the most liquid, silver bullion coins in the world. I can sell these at my local coin shop for $1 over spot. They'll give me a whole dollar over spot for these. So these are my primary stack. I'm focusing right now on a monster box of these American Silver Eagles. I'm almost halfway. I'll be really stoked when I get there. Depending on when you're watching this video, I might be well past that, hopefully. But anyway, these are just really cool. They're a lot of people's favorites. They're my all-time favorites for the price. You can usually get them on sale for about $2 over spot. Normal pricing, they're about $3 over spot. But just really gorgeous, great for stacking, all around awesome coins. So that is my #1 silver bullion coin to stack all day. Now, I will say, depending on where you live in the world, that might sort of adjust the scales a little bit. Some of these might be better options than others. If you live in Canada, this is probably going to be your #1, the Canadian Silver Maple Leaf. If you live in Australia, the Kangaroo is probably going to be your #1 stacking piece. So I personally live in the United States of America, and that's why this is my #1, but for you, they might change slightly. But anyway, this is all just my opinion at the end of the day. This is my ranking right here. I'll bring out the honorable mentions as well, because those are cool ones too. So anyway, what are your thoughts? What is your all-time favorite silver bullion coin? What's your top 10? Let me know in the comments down below. Would you change anything from what I put out there? And I do want to say a massive thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in my next video. Silver Dragons out.